Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Eckler, the ball carrier. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He was brought down
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Great.
Defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And, of course, you know, you wondered who would be that team this year to get the number 2 seed, because, remember, as we all know in the past, they'd be home on the couch right now getting ready for the divisional round.
That is an excellent point. Instead now, they're playing for their playoff lives, and they can't worry about the idea that, well, in the past, we wouldn't be playing this weekend. The bottom line is, as the number 2 seed, you do have to play. The good thing, you have the home field advantage. They need to go ahead and play to that level.
And you just know that before the season, they were like everybody else thinking, oh, 7 playoff teams, yeah, add an extra one. That sounds great. And then you find out, oh, wait, we're the number 2 seed that has a disadvantage. Not as happy right now. play action. It's Ryan. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Cleveland Browns. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
By the wide receiver.
A gain of 3, second down.
At the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They go play action with Ryan. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Harold McCoy. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. John Simon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action now. Ryan This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
20.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf, 69 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
The extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10, Goff again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out of the gun, Goff. It's caught, Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Complete.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Matt Prater set.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The 27-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-17. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. 2nd quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect him to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you've got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again is gone. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. First down, Indianapolis.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go.
Browns 17.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Play action. Ryan. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 64 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
4 yards. First down, Colts.
Goff on first down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
He'll get this to Eckler. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off the play fake, Ryan. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Complete. Jefferson the target.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Play action. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Browns' 34-yard line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Switch. Check 24. Check 99. Check 99.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
51,
first down. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, Ryan. This one brought in by Jefferson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A gain of 10 makes it third.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Let's go, D.
Throwing again, Ryan. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Bradley Pinions.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
A shotgun snap for goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, Goff. And no, it's incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. From the 16, Ryan. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. With things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now it's gone. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll start on the ground with Breeden. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL